Welcome to this week's edition of Lung and Respiratory Research Updates, covering the latest breakthroughs. Brought to you by LucidQuest. The SFDA has approved Winrevair, also known as sotatercept, for adults with pulmonary arterial hypertension classified as WHO Functional Class 2 or 3. This therapy restores vascular balance in the lungs by targeting activin signaling. Clinical studies have shown a meaningful reduction in disease progression risk and improved patient endurance. In Chicago, over 500 asthma kits were distributed during a community forum hosted by the Chicago Asthma Consortium. The event was supported by the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America and the Asthma and Allergy Friendly Certification Program. Community health workers were at the center of efforts to distribute certified, practical asthma management resources directly to local neighborhoods. Xianju Pharmaceutical has achieved a regulatory milestone with the acceptance of its tiotropium bromide inhalation spray for registration in China. Designed for long-term management of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease symptoms, this therapy targets patients with chronic bronchitis and emphysema to improve respiratory function and overall quality of life. BiomX has initiated its Phase 2b clinical trial for BX004, a phage therapy targeting Pseudomonas aeruginosa in cystic fibrosis patients. Early phase data revealed complete bacterial clearance in 14.3% of patients. Top-line results are expected in the first quarter of 2026. The company also anticipates feedback from the FDA on its real-world evidence strategy later in 2025. Vertex Pharmaceuticals has announced that its triple combination CFTR modulator, ALYFTREK, is now reimbursed by NHS England. Clinical results indicate superior outcomes compared to previous cystic fibrosis therapies. Access is also expanding across Ireland, Denmark, and Germany, reinforcing the therapy's growing footprint in Europe. AATec and Northway Biotech have entered a collaboration to scale ALX1, a novel inhaled therapy for non-cystic fibrosis bronchiectasis. The therapy combines anti-inflammatory, anti-infective, and protease-inhibiting properties delivered directly to the lungs via inhalation. The partnership aims to accelerate clinical development and manufacturing capacity. Curate is backing Rentosertib, a TNIK inhibitor identified through artificial intelligence, for idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis. Early findings show promise, and Curate's platform has validated patient subgroups across global datasets. Full data will be presented at the European Respiratory Society Congress in 2025. Prime Medicine has secured $24 million in funding from the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation to advance prime editing therapies. These gene editing approaches target the G542X mutation and others that affect more than 93% of cystic fibrosis patients. The funding supports efforts to deliver a one-time curative treatment. Endeavor Biomedicines has received orphan drug designation for Taladegib in both the United States and European Union. The drug works by inhibiting the hedgehog signaling pathway to reverse fibrotic lung damage in idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis. The Phase 2b Whistle PF trial is currently underway and expected to complete in 2026. Finally, ALX1 has received orphan drug designation from the FDA. This inhaled therapy restores nitric oxide levels in the lungs of patients with cystic fibrosis. Delivered via a handheld nebulizer, ALX1 is designed to interrupt the recurring cycle of infection and inflammation. The designation provides both regulatory incentives and commercial advantages. Stay ahead in lung and respiratory health research. Like, share, and subscribe for weekly updates. Visit lqventures.com or email us at info@lqventures.com.